You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Chiefs going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's head up the road to Jacksonville, Florida. Standing by are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Gabbard on first down. They complete it to Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
On the ground, it's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
Second down, Jamal Charles. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
2 yards to go here on third down. Gabbard on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Telvin Smith is a college safety who's transitioned very well to outside linebacker in the NFL. He runs down most plays.
They go back to the ground now with Charles. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment, we're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
That is caught at the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So they're operating in the red zone. They run it. It's Charles. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Another shot here for Charles. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jamal Charles, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Go. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now TJ Yeldon, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. And for this offensive unit that we'll see here in just a second, TJ Yeldon is certainly someone to mention.
Came out of Alabama with a lot of attention, but earned it. This guy is better and better at a lighter weight. Shifty back who can finish with power.
On second down, here's Bortles. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there on the pickup. And the Jags are going to have a first down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? But where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw is Bortles. Catch here, left side, Thomas. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, and it's 3rd down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. That's Hurns. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hurns from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They'll come out in the pistol.
Come back. Hey, black 22.
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They come out here in the I. Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Play fake here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 2nd down, Gabbard again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Bortles going to give to Yeldon. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue.
Yeldon, the lone running back. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. An extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles looking left side and completing it to Thomas. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Bortles a give to Yeldon. A strong running. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14 there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama. Then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles. I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A group of Chiefs there to make the stop that time.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Now Bortles. And that is incomplete. So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
Bortles will keep it, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Blake Bortles with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They begin the drive with Charles. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Second down, Gabbard. Flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They go play action here on first down. Backing up. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 45 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Time to step aside. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. On second down, here's Bortles. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see that sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Carry now for Jamal Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Dante Fowler just made a play that he could be really proud of there. Nice tackle for loss. And what a relief it is for him to be back on an NFL field after missing his entire rookie season with a knee injury.
I think the entire defensive unit is relieved that he's out there. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Taking it about the 36. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jaguars getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And now they're in the hurry-up. And there the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his big receiver Robinson for the Jacksonville touchdown. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So following the interception, here's Gabbard. Thomas has got it. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They run. Charles. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
7 yards to go on second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A second down throw for Gabbard. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. On third down, Gabbard throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They come out here in the eye. Here's Charles. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Call it a gain of 5. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal.
This is a question of who wants it more. Easy to get stuck behind all the big bodies, but you've got to find a space and fight forward for the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Second down, Gabbard. Forced out to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it third and goal.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Gabbert. Buying time, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Blaine Gabbert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan is showing you.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Deep drop, and he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On third and long, it's Bortles. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Brad Nortman now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and get the running game going with Jamal Charles. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Second down following the run. Again, it's Charles. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Third and short yardage. Gabbert. It's Hill. Complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on fourth and a yard. And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
3 yards to go on 2nd down. Gabbert to throw this time. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Gabbert from the gun on 3rd down. And it's complete to Kelsey. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Bortles to Robinson. 53 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They come out here in the eye.
Blue 45, blue 45, black 58 rail, black 58 rail.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A dime look defensively. Big play coming on 3rd and goal.
They can still blitz out of this look.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense.
And he lost the football. Charles loses it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Yeldon punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Charles the lone setback. Gabbert now to throw on first down. Harris has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Gabbert now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. It's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance. From the gun, Gabbert. And this is going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Gabbert on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Yeldon, the lone running back. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On the run, it's Yeldon. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And some extras coming up on the line here, letting for the blitz. Again, it's Yeldon. About 3 yards there to the 27. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Here's Bortles to throw. And he's got it to Hearns. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now it's Yeldon. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it again with Yeldon. Able to push his way forward. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Back to throw, Bortles. That's Hearns. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hearns with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it, and that'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
They'll look to throw. And able to find Conley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts to it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.